Good afternoon, I'm Nicole Semry in for Allison Alexander. The Tucson Convention Center gets some much needed attention, renovations on everything from the seats to concessions, and it all starts today. And now to the latest on assaults in the military. The Senate has voted down a change in the way those accusations are handled, even as two high-profile cases highlighted that growing problem. News 4 Tucson's Peter Alexander reports. We have breaking news now. Reports of a shooter firing shots on the Fort Lee Army base in Central Virginia. Fort Lee's Facebook page is warning personnel to enact active shooter protocols and go on lockdown, and they are now on lockdown. That's according to the Associated Press. We'll be monitoring this situation as it develops and bring you more information as that becomes available.
Pretty excited. I'm kind of nervous though, because it's college and I have to do things on my own.
Oh, don't be nervous. Classes start on Monday. TEP customers can expect a little break soon, about $1 taken off their winter bills between October and March over the next 5 years. The Pentagon says a key suspect in the 2012 attack on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi, Libya, has been captured and is in U.S. custody. A Pinal County teacher is in big trouble with deputies after they say she showed up to class drunk. On Wednesday, students at Poston Butte High called the main office to say Kathleen Jardine was slurring her words and swearing at them. Jardine told staff she took a cab that morning because she had been drinking. Deputies found bottles of alcohol and orange juice in her class.
And another Tucson crime.
That's right. Just when the victim was losing hope, a photo of her robber showed up in her mailbox. News 4 Tucson's Rebecca Taylor has the details. Scientists from the University of Illinois, get this, think venom may be one way to stop cancer cell growth. The technique uses the venom from bees, snakes, and scorpions, similar to how ancient doctors treated ailments.
Meteorologist Jeff Beamish. Hey guys, John, you might want to look up a second.
It was just you. It was just you. You just said it's just me.
I know.
I was trying. I'm like, do I need to actually hit you here?
We need an alarm clock to wake me up when we do this stuff.
Who doesn't love the Renaissance Festival?
I understand you were there this last weekend then.
I was there. I didn't get to see you though.
No, but what did made you the merriest while I begin my cooking here?
I always love the joust.
Excellent.
It's almost morbid, but I love it.
Well, it is a simple enough recipe.
Today we have Sam from the Humane Society. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. This is the lovely Fiona. She's a poodle mix who was a stray. And Fiona is a little sweetheart. She has her heart shirt to match, and you call her Princess Fiona.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a princess attitude.
Thank you so much, Sam.
Yeah.
If you are interested, would like to get on the list to see little Fiona, you can call the number on your screen, 327-6088. We will be right back.
Good girl.
The father of the gunman behind the mass shooting in Newtown, Connecticut, says he wishes his son had never been born. In an interview with The New Yorker, Peter Lanza says his son, 20-year-old Adam, would have killed him if given the opportunity. And a little hard to believe, but researchers at Johns Hopkins University say preschoolers, yes, preschoolers can actually do basic algebra. Thank you, John. A developing story today. Investigators dig into the background of suspected shooter Ivan Lopez. Now they're zeroing in on an argument that reportedly took place shortly before that happened. It may be that so-called trigger factor they're looking for. News 4 Tucson's Sarah Dolph has the story. A baby girl is in safe hands thanks to the Arizona Safe Haven law. Her mom left her with Douglas police yesterday morning, and police think the baby was just several hours old. She's now getting care at a hospital until the Department of Child Safety takes her into custody. Fans of an addictive game app, and I'm out of the loop here, but they can try the newest version tomorrow. Flappy Bird, have you heard of that? It's back, but this time with swing copters.
Workers later this year.
You have to have a lot of trust to try that one. Most of us pay with cash or plastic, but just a few decades from now, we might not even need to carry a wallet. A birthday prank is turning out to be way more than the talk of the town. All you have to do is take a look at this car to understand why. Those are Post-it notes, and as you can see, this car is covered. Immigrant rights activists are now demanding that the Tucson Police Department end its enforcement of the state's immigration law. The fallout comes from a weekend incident. 2 men were turned over to Border Patrol agents after a traffic stop on Sunday. We have breaking news just coming into our newsroom. Rural Metro Fire is working a mobile home fire on the south side. Crews were dispatched to Desert Willow Mobile Home Estates, located on Palo Verde, south of Drexel, just before noon. We do have a crew headed to the area, so stay with News 4 Tucson for updates. General Motors is recalling more than 3 million additional cars, and it's all related to that ignition switch problem.
Be going up here in the next couple of days.
Oh, fun. I went to
Yay.
grab a chai this afternoon. Well, not this afternoon, my afternoon. So
Right.
in the morning. And most of the people in the coffee shop were saying, let's sit outside. It's probably the last day we have.
Pretty much until October or November.
You can catch it all live tonight starting at 5:30 p.m. here on NBC. So that means NBC Nightly News airs early at 5 p.m. and our evening newscasts at 4, 5, and 6 are preempted. But don't worry, we'll be right back here at 10 o'clock tonight with a wrap-up of the day's news. Meantime, some of music's biggest stars are celebrating big wins. MTV's Video Music Awards were held last night in Los Angeles. Senator John McCain continues his visit in southern Arizona, ready to discuss everything from our country's defense, the A-10 fighter jet, and immigration. Here's what he said during a town hall event with Raytheon employees. A Missouri grand jury now hearing evidence to decide whether an officer should be charged for shooting an unarmed 18-year-old. Protests continued overnight in Ferguson over the death of Michael Brown. But state police say tensions were toned down and they didn't use any tear gas or mace. The Mexican government now says more than 22,000 people have disappeared since the start of its drug war in 2006. That's way up from its estimate in May that put the number around 8,000. Authorities have given conflicting reports since announcing its February of last year. An official list showed 26,000 people disappeared. It's still not clear how many of the missing were kidnapped or killed by drug gangs. And remember Mr. Rogers, he may have been onto something. A new study suggests good neighbors and friendly community may be good for your heart. Researchers tracked more than 5,000 older adults with no known health problems over a 4-year period. Those who said they felt involved in their neighborhood and had friendly neighbors were less likely to have a heart attack than those who were unsatisfied with their community. The United States says it won't give in to terrorist demands after ISIS militants released a video showing the execution of an American journalist. President Obama is expected to make a statement today on that situation. In the video, and digging deeper, the latest study by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reveals that in 2010, nearly 33,000 people were killed in vehicle crashes, 3.9 million injured, and 24 million vehicles wrecked nationwide. That bringing the total cost for these crashes in a single year to $871 billion. A sad end in the search for a missing Tucson woman. A rancher found Dorothy Davies dead inside her car Wednesday. Last year, immigration officials decided to release more than 2,000 immigrants facing deportation strictly for budget reasons. They did this without consulting then Homeland Security Secretary Janet Napolitano or the White House. Teachers at a Texas school hope one surprise guest does not return anytime soon. Sheriff's deputies had to wrangle an alligator lurking near the front door of the junior high. After some thrashing, officials got the upper hand and removed the gator. Welcome back. It is 3:31. I hope not. 6:31. Phew.
Yeah, we don't want to go backwards. Thanks for joining.
Outside getting a check of your News 4 Tucson Skynet camera, we have a visitor, a little spider there hanging out and greeting the kids as they are ready to head to school.
Or a fly? Or a bee, maybe. Might be
it could be all of the above. Who knows? That's a spider, our producer says.
Little itsy bitsy spider.
Went up the Skynet camera that emits the smell of bacon, but it won't be sold in stores, so you'll have to enter a contest for the chance to win one. Oh my goodness, my stomach is growling. It's noontime.
It is, and you know, all transparency here, we're actually having a station barbecue as we speak going on right now, so we're counting down the clock.
Wafting.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, Batcats in action tonight taking on Mississippi State. I don't think we have time to pull up the graphic, but into the low 70s, no weather worries.
Judge Alex is next. See you then.